Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're back in the world of Stoneblock 4. So as you can see, I got the Abyssal Egg. I'm really not sure what happened the first time, because I made another Gate Pearl, I slayed him again, and this time they dropped correctly. And it was odd too, because the drops... what's the word? They were glowing, so you could see them, like how you see the bee up there. They were glowing, and they spawned directly atop of the Leviathan's corpse, so I'm really not sure why they didn't spawn the first time. That was really odd. So I'm not sure what happened there. But now that we have that, we can continue our questline. Abyssal Sacrifice done. Now we can make the Resonant Void. Now, the only things we're missing are the Resonance Engineering Block, which I think we have these. Yeah, we have the Resonance Engineering Block. I'm going to set up the autocraft for this, so we can just push everything in. Click U, autocraft. So you can see what we're missing. We have the 4 Promethium, we have 4 Resonance Engineering Blocks, we have Enderium Ingots. Not sure how many we have though, let me see. Enderium. Yeah, we have enough Enderium. Oh, I should probably take the Athames out of here, because, yeah, these ones don't stack. So they're actually just taking up a lot of space in the inventory, which is not good. Let me break those down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the items. Let me put away our Abyssal Egg. So we only need 4 Empowered Void Crystals. As you can see, it takes this stuff. So let me set up the autocraft for this. Empowered Void Crystal. We need 4 of these. So actually, can I make the Empowered Block? Yes. Wait, it takes Kiwi to do the block, or is it the same? Oh, it can take a variety of things. Gotcha, okay. So we're gonna set this to use Deep Slate, I believe. Yeah, I don't want to use Kiwi. So, coal, black dye, flint. Like so. Click here, click that one, this one. We're gonna have it use regular stone. Stone. And we're gonna need a void crystal block. Well, actually, if I just type in empowered void crystal, and we come downstairs, we could just place this in our pattern provider. And now we just have to set up the filters. So the filters here are set up. So we need to filter coal and stone. So this one gets coal. This one over here gets stone. Then black dye and flint. Black dye goes over here. And flint. So it's a good thing I didn't remove that one craft for the black dye, because we're actually going to use it now. Flint. And this one here is for the crystal block. Void crystal block. And import boss has the rest. Okay, we should be good to go. So now if I tell it to make this empowered void crystal, the resonant void, Oh, I didn't actually make it. 1 second. Over here. Back in here. This one. That one. Oh, I didn't teach it how to make the void crystals. There we go. Shapeless crafting, void crystals. Oh, this is completely full. Which means I need a bigger one, or I can take some stuff out. Like, I'm probably not... Had a little frog in my throat. I'm probably not going to be making these... Well, no, I still need to know how to make the rods. I'm not making any more roosts, so I could take that one out. I'm never going to have to make a single roost ever again. So now if I tell it to make this... Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we just need sky osmium ingots, which come from the reaction chamber. Let me put this in here. And it said it doesn't know how to make skystone. So skystone is really easy. You just smelt... Wait, it's skystone blocks? Skystone. There we go. Smelt this. Throw you into our smelter. The final one in the smeltery. So now if I tell it to make this, it can make everything. We have Fortron, now we just need Void Flame Fuel. Energy cubes. In preparation, I decided if I make more energy cubes to store this power, it'll probably work out a lot better. So let me attach these here, because the power is going to come out this way. And right over here. That's not where I want to put it. And over here. Because I want to make sure these guys are producing power, so let me grab some more fuel here. You're all producing? You're not producing. And there we go. So that should start charging all of the batteries. I'm going to set this guy... Actually, should have some more power cables. I do not. Cable. One, two, three, four, 5. Input 10. Okay, they're all getting charged. So that should give us a big enough buffer, because that's 102 million FE. And if that's not a good enough buffer, then I'm never going to know what is. Anyways, what were we doing? Right, we need 4 buckets of Void Flame Fuel. Void Flame Fuel comes from unrefined Void Flame Fuel, which comes from Blaze Ember Fuel, which we can make in the reaction chamber. Thank you for scaring me. I appreciate that. And this is where the Shadow Goo comes into play. This stuff here, that we made a long time ago. Skulk. Let me make some more of this, because we're going to need some more. Oh, and if you're playing with replication, you can add more replicators to make crafts go faster. So feed this guy. So we need to make Void Flame Fuel, which means, I don't know why I went in there, because I could just go here. So we need Void Flame Fuel, which comes from unrefined. The unrefined fuel comes from Void Flame Coal and Blaze Ember Fuel. Now you make... Oh, I think I have one of these, right? The Paradox Mixer? From long, long ago? We do. Never actually used this for. Not sure how it actually works. Yeah, I'm not going to bother trying to use that. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So we need void flame fuel, which comes from unrefined void flame, next to the void flame or shadow pulse goo. So let me grab some blocks here. Void flame, unrefined. Then to make the unrefined, you need blaze ember fuel, which comes from unrefined, which comes from polymorphic fluid, which comes from polymorphic catalyst and water. Now, all of these can be done in the reaction chamber, so that's what we're going to do. It all starts with blaze gold. Blaze gold comes from raw blaze gold, which comes from gold blocks next to the goo. So I'm going to make some gold. I don't foresee us having to do this craft too many times. At least I hope not. Which means if I do this manually, it should be fine. Obviously, if you wanted to use the void flame fuel as the fuel for your generator, you would want to automate this. But even when I played Ocean Block, I really never needed too much of it to automate. But it's not actually that difficult. It's just a couple of steps and then a couple of machines to do it. Doesn't take that much time at all. So you could see the blocks of gold turn into blaze gold. Then you smelt this stuff. In there. Now we need to make the polymorphic fluid, which comes from polymorphic catalyst. Luckily, you do get 4 for every ingot, so we can make quite a lot. Polymorphic. So we're going to use the polymorphic fluid in the reaction chamber to make the fluid. So how much does this store? It stores 18 types, which is pretty good. So we're going to teach this how to make polymorphic fluid in the reaction chamber. And now that we can make polymorphic fluid, we're going to make unrefined blaze ember fuel with blaze ember. Unrefined blaze ember fuel, we'll take blaze ember, and blaze ember comes from coal on this stuff. Yeah, it takes primal coal, which I believe, if I just do a block of coal, you should be able to do this. Oh, it's a bit hungry. Let me feed it some ender pearls. Like so. You can also speed it up with the temporal pouch. So now it's going to eat the coal. And for this process, you don't need multiple blocks of goo. If you put the coal, like so, it's going to eat it and turn it into this thing right here, raw primal coal. Take some of that. So now that we have the primal coal, we need to turn this into a primal coal block. And this is the wrong thing. I did not mean to do that. Primal coal. So this is one thing you might want to automate, the production of primal coal, because it does take quite a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Luckily, it's not that difficult to automate in the slightest. Primal coal. Then once you have the primal coal block, you put this next to the goo to make the raw blaze ember. So you put down your block of coal, collect the raw primal coal, and then convert that into the block, and then convert the block. Not that difficult. So now we just do 1, 2, 3, and then if you want it to go faster, you hit it with this guy. You can see it does go a lot faster. Grab our primal coal, our blaze ember, and now we have the blaze ember fuel, which I think we needed for this, right? Yep, unrefined blaze ember fuel. this guy, this one. So now we have blaze ember fuel. Now you have to combine it with now you have to combine it with void flame coal to make the unrefined void flame fuel. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Click this, this one, that one, blaze ember. Ah, I almost missed a step. So now that we're going to combine the blaze ember with polymorphic fluid. That's going to make unrefined blaze ember fuel in here. But then you have to refine it, and to refine it, you have to have it touch the goo. So for our process, we're actually just going to use a bucket. If I type unrefined, not pun refined, unrefined, I can't have it craft it. How do I make it craft fuels? That's a good question. Just dyer. Okay, that's going to show all of these, because if I want... Okay, it knows how to make polymorphic fluid. But how do I do this automatically? Let's see, polymorphic fluid in here. Yeah, I can't request polymorphic fluid. Interesting. Because I thought you could request it and it would just go in here, and then I could just get it with a bucket, right? This might be more difficult than I thought. Okay, let me put this in here. Because we have the goo, you can have the... You can place the goo in the world next to this and have the filter. Could I do it with one single void shimmer goo? Coal, blaze gold. I think you could do it with one block. Will I need void flame fuel again? You need it for time crystals. Interesting. So we're definitely going to need it for time crystals, but it only takes 1 bucket. This one takes 4. So I don't think I'll automate it. I'll just do it by hand. So if we grab our polymorphic fluid and some water. Oh, I have 4 buckets here. You place the water, place the catalyst, it changes it. Now we grab our blaze ember to turn it into the unrefined fuel. It's going to start refining it into this. Now to turn this one into the void flame fuel, we need void flame coal, which we don't have. We'll need more blaze ember, so I need more coal. And luckily, this usually takes a long time, but using the temporal pouch, we can make this go a lot faster. Like that. I'm gonna need some more ender pearls though. So let's speed this up. And I think I'll just make a bunch right now because it doesn't seem like we need too many crafts in total. It's actually funny, the way I did this in Ocean Block was I would just have a big line of this shimmer fuel, the goo. I would have a big line of it. And then anytime I needed to use it, I would just craft a whole bunch at once. Okay, so now we have that. I don't even have to walk over there. I could just use this. Then we convert this into the blocks. Convert the blocks. And I placed that one in the wrong spot. Then we convert these blocks into blocks. Now that's going to convert the coal into the higher tier. Raw void flame coal. Wait, what? That was not supposed to happen. Why did I make Void Flame? Blaze Ember Block, Goo, Raw Void Flame Coal. Why did it make this? Wait a minute. Okay, no, it was right. So now that'll convert that. And grab that Void Flame fuel bucket. And that's what we need. So I should be able to deposit this inside, right? Yes. So now if I search Void Flame, there we go. 1 bucket of Void Flame fuel. We just need 3 more. So you can see it is a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. Void Flame Coal. Primal Coal goes right there. Water, polymorphic, blaze ember. You let it update, then you do the void flame, let it update again, and then put it in your AE system. So overall, not too bad. So we just got to do that 2 more times, and then we're good to go. See, void flame, blaze ember, polymorphic catalyst. So you, this one, speed up this guy, that one, water, polymorphic, blaze ember, void flame, no breaks for you, and void flame. Now if we tell it to craft resonant void, oh, I never told it how. Resonant void, we should be able to make it crafted now. So if we go to this guy, put that in there, and click resonant void to craft 2, it's going to use all of this stuff and start. It's that easy. It's that easy. Now, depending on if I'm going to need more Void Flame fuel, I might automate it later, but I don't think we're going to need more. Well, actually, we're going to need more. I'm just not sure in what quantities. Because it seemed like, let's see, it's crafting the Empowered Void Crystals right now. If you look at the Void Flame fuel in the World Engine, there's only one other craft with the Time Crystals, and that only takes a bucket. Entro Crystals and Fluxite, and then you get 4. And then if we look at the Time Crystals, what do we see? Just Dyers things, so we won't need much of those. The World Engine, if you want to make a timey-wimey chicken, you'll need 4 buckets of Time Fluid. If you want to make a chronon resonator, you need Time Crystals. I thought I was looking just at Time Fluid. Oh wait, no, this is Time Fluid. I wanted to look at Void Flame Fuel. So if you look at just Void Flame Fuel, there's only 2 crafts, but then you'll need it to make Time Crystals. But in our case, we could just make the timey-wimey chicken with those 4 and we're good to go. Anyways, there's our Resonant Void. Quest completed. We got another portal gun. I'm going to put this one in the chest because I don't want to cross the beams. And now we just need to speak to the echo of the Wormrite. That's all I've got for now. Go talk to those other 2 other grumps and see what they've been up to. $40. Build the Resonant Void upgrade. Nothing happened. Draconic Energy Core. Let's see, where did it put it though? I don't see our blocks. I don't know where it put it. On the outside, maybe? Oh, they're right here. Resonant void. Unlocking Hyperion. There seems to have been an error locating the final echoes. The system seems to refer to them differently to the ones you've met thus far. Maybe the Wormrite knows something. Go talk to those two other old grumps and see what they've been up to. So that means you need to talk to these guys. Seek the other echoes. Seek the other echoes. Speak with the Echo of Guidance. Task completed, 3 new archives deployed, system error, system failure, archives not found. Searching databank for the last known location of the Ascended Echo archives. Archives could not be located, system analysis complete. The work has encountered an unexpected error. The final echoes remain unreachable to the system. Consult the Echo of the Wormrite, who might have some methods on uncovering traces of the Ascended Echo archives. If even the work can't locate my brother, then something is deeply wrong. Let's get to finding those Ascended Echoes. One thing about dragons is that we can sense our kin across space and time. Wherever my brother is, I know he'll hear me. He always does. He's a chaotic little wormling, though, so don't expect him to be somewhere easy to get to. Normally, I'd take you there myself, but, as you already know, I'm just a binary recollection of my memories. Still, there's always hope. To get there, you'll need to fuse an advanced draconic core with Fortron, Chronon, and Source, then temper it in sheol fire. With luck, the process will carry my draconic will into a component strong enough to open the path to him. Craft a chronoton resonator. Tier 5 Hyperion. Work has encountered a system error. Finding the Ascended Echoes. The Wormrite says crafting this item will allow her to infuse her draconic essence into a chronon battery, allowing it to teleport you to her brother's last known location, wherever that may be. The chronon resonator. So to make this, you needed all these upgrades. We need 40 million FE at 131 FE per tick. We need 4 buckets of Fortron, 10 buckets of sheol fire, 20,000 source, 32 chronoton glass, 16 wyvern cores, 8 time crystals, a chronon battery, and 16 teleportation cores. Seems like a lot, but we should be able to craft most of these already. Oh, thank you for dirting my base. I appreciate that. Chronoton resonator. So if we do this in here, you can see we can already make the wyvern cores. Let me put this into the world engine upgrade. So we can put the source in pretty easily. So I'm going to move the source. Let's see. Grab you. Why are you not full? This should have filled it. That's interesting. Right click, right click. Right click. I forget how to do this. Anyways, let me go to the world engine. Let's fill this guy up with some sauce. Okay, that's going to fill it with source. We are at 40,000, so I think that is enough to make this. I just wonder why this stopped filling. A little bit odd. So that's all the source we need. Now we can make chronoton glass. Oh, but we needed a chronoton star. Oh, but we can make this now. Let's see, where did I leave the depleted one? Are you in here? It is. Depleted chronoton star. Grab a nether star. So now if I go... Actually, I'm going to teach it how to make this. So do that, and code goes in here. So now it can make the star, so I could put that inside. So if I tell it to make chronoton glass, let's see, chronon, we can see what we're missing, chronon resonator. We need a chronon battery. We need the chronoton glass. I never taught it how to make chronoton glass. There we go. Obsidian, reinforced glass. Yep, it can make that. World engine, chronoton glass. Reinforced glass is just this stuff. I'm not going to teach it. I'm just going to dump like a stack of this in here. There we go. That goes in here. Chronon. So now we need 278 draconic dust. We need 8 time crystals, 10 buckets of sheol fire, and 16 teleportation cores. So the teleportation cores are the easiest part of this. As you can see, it's very easy to craft. Teleportation core. Let me swap something out. For our big one, we don't need... I don't need these anymore. So put that in here. So that's the teleportation cores, chronon. So now we just need a chronon battery, which we made before. That was like very easy. Yeah, 2 times steel. Energized steel and the time steel. Wait, don't I have one of these? Oh, we made the lost cell before. This is different. Gotcha. Okay, so a chronon battery takes that. We need to make time steel, which goes in the world engine. And then we need a chronon cell, which is that stuff. So this goes in the shapeless. We're going to get rid of... We can get rid of the stone cutting pattern, I think. I don't need this anymore. I don't even know why that's in there. Chronon. Okay, so the battery itself has to go in shapeless. Oh, I could take those out too. That goes in shapeless. This goes in the world engine. And that one goes in the shapeless. So now if we type chronon, now we just need 8 time crystals, the draconium dust, and the sheol fire. So draconium dust you can make from the draconium chicken, but that's actually for making the ingots. What is this? Ender Dragon prediction makes that. Ender Dragon data model. How do you get this? Ender Dragon. I've never actually used this mod before, so I don't even know. Doesn't look like you can get it though. Random data model. Okay, so draconium dust is going to come from endstone with the dimension list. So we do have a ton of endstone, so we're just going to have to make some more endstone. So we're just going to have to hoard a bunch of draconium dust. Yeah, see, I had him making replica stuff. Let's give him some infinite ham for a 30% speed boost. So that's going to make the dust. Chronon resonator. So that'll make the dust. We need 10 buckets of sheol fire. Sheol fire. How do you make this? So sheol fire is made in the refinery by combining lava with enderic compound. Or you can just put lava in here. It makes less sheol fire, but I feel like we might need this stuff. But then it takes enderic compound. So I'm going to do this with just lava. So we need a refinery, which takes a cauldron, and 3 refinery chamber modules, which will take 3 portable tanks, which will take a bunch of fluid pipes, 3 portable tanks, 3 industrial support beams. I need... Wait, how many? I need 3 industrial support beams. This crafts 6. Okay, so that'll work. So we have to wait for that to finish. There's 1, 2, and 3. There we go. To make those. Now we can make our 3 support modules, and we can make the refinery. See, now we're going to need how many machine cores? Takes 9 machine cores. Actually, let me go downstairs before I build this, so I can plan it out. Let's see, let's put it, we'll put it over here. Has a little bit of a funky shape. Yeah, we'll put it down right here. So we need 9 machine cores. And we're going to go with the basic ones. And it was like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this? Yes. Cool. Now we're going to need some power. Let's see, I should have some more cables. To power this guy. Do you take upgrades? Doesn't look like it. 2 extra chamber tank modules can be built on top to unlock the respective tanks. Having no modules doubles the item and first slow output. Having 1 module doubles the second tank output only. Having 2 modules enables all outputs. Okay, so we need to make 2 extra chamber tank modules. Let me search this. Chamber tank module. Chamber tank module. Is it this? I think it's these. Yeah, up to 2 of these can be placed. So let me grab these guys. More of this. You go in here. That goes in there. And then where do I place these? 2 extra chamber tank modules can be built on top. Can be placed on top. Like this? No, that doesn't work. Like that? Oh, wait. Ah, I see it. They have a little blue connector. It goes right here. I think that's backwards. Let me see. Yeah, it's backwards. How do I... Now is it connected? Nope, it's still locked. How do I do this? Unless it's right here? I'm so confused. 2 extra chamber tank modules. Refinery. Up to 2 of these can be placed on top of a refinery. Oh, I gotcha. I see, I see. Like this. I can't reach that one. I'm not tall enough. I'm not tall enough to go on this ride. And then these need machine cores. 5 of them. Machine core. So I need 10 of these. So it's 1, Oh, I forgot about that. If you have the machine core in hand and you click on these, it places them for you. And now they're there. Perfect. So now we need to make sheol fire by putting lava inside. So I need to connect this to the AE network. Luckily I have a cable right here. Where is my cables? Then I'm going to need an export and an import. Import. And we always need a piston, because of course we do. Import bus. Now I should be able to just right click this anywhere to attach it. So if we do an import bus here, export bus here, and then connect it via the cable, we can set the export bus to lava. So now lava is going inside. And then we're going to set the export bus to how should I do this? Okay, the lava goes inside. Makes steam sulfuric acid. So we need to dump this stuff because yeah, it's not going to process since it's full of steam. The steam will slowly dissipate over time, but it'll be faster to get rid of it through a, you guessed it, fluid drawer. Now that I think about it, one, two, three. I was going to have it import directly, but then I remembered I can actually just set these up to our linking machine. So let me break this. Hi, cow. We need a fluid pipe. Basic mechanical pipes. I need to push out more, so let me grab mechanical. Yeah, this will be good enough. Let me get 8 of these. So you can see the lava's in there. Where does it put the steam? Oh, the steam is in this little one right here. So you can see the steam is getting made. Sulfuric acid, sheol fire. So we're gonna do these guys. Elite mechanical pipes. I need my wrench. Where's my wrench at? It's so hard to find anything in this backpack. Like, why do I have a random bow? Why do I have this random pickaxe? Wrench. There it is. So you put this guy here into the drawer, pull, fills with steam. I'm going to grab an upgrade because we get a lot of steam. So I'm going to grab these upgrades here. So we can store 2,000 buckets of steam. Then we're going to go here and put another drawer. So now we're storing sulfuric acid. And then we'll go over here, put this drawer. And there's the sheol fire. So now we're going to link these to the storage. And now we can turn lava into sheol fire. Now, using just lava, as you can see, is quite slow. Sheol fire. We're only producing 1/5 of a bucket of sheol fire every 6 seconds. If you include an enduric compound, you get 1/2 a bucket of sheol fire every 6 seconds, in addition to making strange matter. Now, what do we need strange matter for? We need strange matter to make a neutron collector and whatever these are. So it might be pertinent that we do it. You can also use it to make unholy intelligence Enderic compound is this stuff. How much enderic compound do we have? Let me see. Enderic compound. We have 3, we can make more. Enderic compound is relatively cheap. So if I do this, and then put the enderic compound inside, will these still flow correctly? Let's see. This should increase by 0.5. .4. Oh, I see. Okay, so the placement actually matters. I thought it would just connect it like one big multi-block. That is not the case. Okay, so let me disconnect these guys. Huh, I can't disconnect it. Maybe because there's stuff in it. I'm gonna have to break it manually then. And then we're gonna move you over here. You go here. Oh, it's back to making steam. That's fine. Let me move this one. Oh, I'm gonna wait because that one's still gonna produce sheol fire. So let me grab this enderic compound. It's gonna stop producing steam if I put this inside. Okay, so I need to fix this. So I need to move you and move you back to take all the steam out. I was gonna pull out all the steam. So now I can break this one and put this fluid drawer with sulfuric acid. I can put this one with sheol fire. And that one has a little bit of sulfuric acid, so let me swap that real quick. Sulfuric acid. Sheol fire's in the top. Okay, I need to change that because it's not going to produce anything. You go here. You go there. Pull that out. So now I can break this one. So now this is going to fill these up and deposit it into the pipes. So now you go here. Now I need a 4th fluid drawer. To collect the strange matter. Then I have one more upgrade. Let's see. Does this run out over time? No, it looks like it's going to stay in there until the end of time. I can actually just remove that. No, I cannot. Okay, so we need this guy to fill up, because if you look at this crafting, it makes 1 bucket of sulfuric acid, half a bucket of sheol fire, and a 1/5 of a bucket of strange matter. So if I make some more upgrades, if I just slap in, if I put 2 gold upgrades and 1 in each of these, that should be good enough. And then I just have to make sure this is filled up with enderic compound. Enderic. Yep, it can make 100 pretty easily. Is there any other way to make enderic compound? Because what I don't want to happen is this runs out and then it fills with steam and then essentially breaks the machine. So enderic compound can go into a pulverizer. Is this how I'm crafting it right now? It is. And that's the only craft I have. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is use our import bus. Do I need an import bus? Yes, I need an import bus and an export bus. What I'm going to do is have ender pearls constantly get provided to the pulverizer. Import and export bus. That way we never run out of enderic compound. That way this will always be full and producing the stuff we need. I wonder what this bottom one is for. Yeah, see, now these are filling up. Okay, those are done. So we can do 1, 2, 3. And 256 buckets of those should be good enough for the foreseeable future. So there's our import bus. So I need to break this. Oh wait, oh, I can't do it like that, though. It's not gonna work. The reason it's not gonna work is because this channel is completely full, as you can see. This is the one that wraps around the entire room and goes to here. Oh wait, no, there's one more room. There's one more channel available, so it will fit. So let me break this and remove these cables. Why doesn't it break these? It's supposed to be wrench mode break. That's so weird. Okay, grab this, change that out. Import bus. So we're gonna do like that. Import enderic compound. Then we need the export bus. Export ender pearls. So now it's always going to be pushing ender pearls into here and then pulling them back into the AE system. So now if we come over here, that should be all 32 channels. Yep. And now this guy, we can set it to enderic compound. And now it's going to keep it full. Now the only issue, actually that's not even an issue. If I type in lava, I can just put the egg in here. And that should fill it up. Actually, if I take off this guy, are the eggs going in? We should have a bunch of eggs. Let's see. Lava. Yeah, we have 3,600 lava eggs. And if I right click this guy, 51,500. Okay, it's just slow, but it is working. So to make, I think that's Amazon. I'll be right back. So to make it work faster, we just need a couple of acceleration cards. I think 2 should suffice. We don't need it to go too fast. And I think it's working now. Yeah, that fills up. Oh, I think I see the issue. I think the lava eggs are trying to go into one of these slots, and it doesn't want to do that. So it has to be fluid lava. The only issue with that, though, is if you remember, this guy is what holds our lava, and he's all out. Lava. So let me fill this back up. Luckily, it does store a lot of lava. So I'll just have to add an export bus here for the fluid eggs. And then it should work. Or does it? I think it has to have something with a right-click function for it to function properly. So I'll just add 2 stacks of lava for now. That should be good enough. Especially since I'd rather the machine run out of lava over running out of enderic compound. Okay, another half a stack to go. Okay, we're all set. So now if I tell it to make the chronon, chronon resonator. Oh, I didn't link the sheol fire. So let me link that real quick. Sulfuric acid, sheol fire, strange matter. So now if I tell it to make a chronon resonator, now all we need is the draconium dust and the time crystals. So let's check on our dimensionalist real quick and see how he's doing. I need to install an export bus up here to feed that. So that's, let's see, after 5 stacks, that was like 150 draconium dust. Not bad. How close are we? We need 169. So I think after another 2 rounds of end stone, he should have enough. So while we work on that, we need the time crystals. As you can see here, we need 8 time crystals. Time crystal. Luckily, there's a few ways to get it. The best one will be the budding time block. So we need a block of crystal time. Wait, do I have Shadow Pulse goo? Your Void Shimmer. How do I get Shadow Pulse? Shadow Pulse is Dragon's Breath, End Stone, and Ender Pearls. So let me grab this guy and craft him into his final form, because now we can just convert a block of budding amethyst into it pretty easily using our molecular metamorpher, amethyst and transforming catalyst. Amethyst. Where's our catalyst? It's right here. Molecular metamorpher. So now this is going to make it into a budding block of amethyst, and then we're going to convert it into a time crystal block. This is actually way easier than what I was thinking of. Oh, we gotta feed this guy. He eats ender pearls still. Thank you for being... Oh, I did not want to put that in there. Linking tool. Faster, please. Budding time crystal. Now if we grab our cardboard box, we can move this guy over here. Oh, and it does break down eventually. Good to know. Put you here. Let's see, can I make it grow faster? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, this is why I don't like time crystals. I don't like time crystals because if you take a look... Wait, how do you make this? Budding time crystal block. Echo shard. Grows clusters using fluid time and forge energy. A budding time that consumes forge energy and fluid time. Okay, so that's not what I want. The issue with the budding time crystal block is, as you could see, it changed colors. Wait a minute. I just realized something. The way you're supposed to do it is that it has to be in the overworld, then the nether, and then a compact machine. That was an ocean block. How do I actually make it grow in Stoneblock? Time crystals, advanced materials that bend reality. These crystals are made in the world engine, which requires the resonant void. Actually, if I just break this... Interesting, you get nothing out of it. Okay. Time crystal. I can make another one, that's no problem. Time crystal block comes from this. Budding time crystal will make time crystal clusters, but how do I make it grow? That's the thing. Does Just Dire Things have a book? At Just Dire. I'm unsure about it. I'm gonna have to Google this because I actually don't know how to use this in Stoneblock. If I do have to teleport it, it's easy enough to teleport that I can do it manually, but I still have to figure out how it works. So let me make another block here. Amethyst. You go in here. Yeah, see, this guy's already running low on the lava. Where's my chicken leg? There we go. Budding amethyst. Here. Oh, that just makes it grow. That's not what I want. Okay, budding time crystal. Let me move you. Put you over here. Okay, so now it's blue. So, maybe it works the same. Let me grab this guy. Then you generally need to go to the nether ring. So let me try doing that and see if it works. What's the quickest way to the nether? Using a teleporter. Where do you go again? You go all the way over here. This teleporter doesn't have an ender shard. Oh. It's a free teleporter. Nice. So if I grab the free crystal, Sage the Ogre Slayer. So I'm going to try going to the nether ring, which we can get to that way. And I'm going to see if it works. Because then if it does, then I can just teleport around and do it. That's not actually that difficult. Just got to get there first. Generally, the way you want to do it, if you want to automate the production of time crystals, is you chunk load the teleporter, and then you send it to the chunk it's loaded in the other dimension. That way, you have it in the overworld chunk loaded, it changes, that sends a signal to teleport it to the next dimension, it changes, sends a signal to teleport it to the next dimension, changes, goes back to the overworld when you can finally collect them. So if we come over here, you can also make it grow faster with the Enderic laser, just like the budding amethyst as well. But I gotta figure out how to grow it in here, so let me head to the nether real quick, and we'll come back in a second. Okay, we made it to the nether ring, so I'm gonna place you here. Now the question is, will this work? And it doesn't seem like it. Okay, but I could be wrong though. So maybe if I come in the quest book and then I steal these time crystals again. It's actually really cheeky that you can do this. Place you here. And then go home. I can place this guy here. So I can always teleport back. So if I go into a machine block, because this one's already chunk loaded. No, it's not doing anything. Yeah, an ocean block, you had to take it to the nether. I'm gonna try Googling it. Maybe someone on the Discord has an answer. Interesting. So I'm not actually sure if you can do it like this. Because there's no nether dimension, so it's not gonna grow. So I don't think there's another way around it, which means we either need to make a timey-wimey chicken, Tier 9 chicken souls, awaken Draconium. No. Well, we'll just have to craft these. Luckily, we only need to do this craft 2 times, so I guess that's what we'll do. We need Void Flame fuel, which, as you remember from before, annoying, but not impossible to get. So I need to search up at just Dire. I need polymorphic fluid. I need blaze ember and void flame and some water. And then a bucket. So 1, 2, 3, and let me speed this up. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so not too bad if you end up doing it like that. But then now I need to teach you how to craft the time crystals. Dummy, this is filling up. So now if I tell it to make a time crystal, and we need 8 of them, we need entro crystals. Luckily we have a couple ready to go. And it can craft it. Not that difficult, just a little annoying. Okay. You also got to be careful carrying these because they afflict you with a debuff that like makes you go really fast. Oh, there's no reward for this. Oh, see, that's why it was so zoomed in. It might happen again. Okay, but now we have the 8 time crystals. I'm going to keep those stored in here. So now if I search chronon resonator, we only need 169 Draconium dust. So let's see how this guy is doing. 61. We need 107 left. There's got to be an easier way to get dust. Let's see, Draconium dust can come from the chicken, I think. Draconium dust. Nope, not from the chicken. What does the chicken make then? He makes ingots, which you can't make into the dust. So you absolutely need a master dimensionalist to do this. And I can't speed this up. This is what's a little bit annoying, is that there's no way to speed this up. If you look at his rate, even if I do this, he doesn't go any faster. And stone. Take that out, clear up some space. So let's see, we still need, yeah, it's annoying. If it actually sped him up, this would not be a bad end of the grind. Chronon. So we need 102. Where is the, oh, it's for this stuff, the Wyvern Course, Draconium ingots. 102. At a 30% chance, so if we pull out the handy dandy calculator here, if you do, we need 102 divided by 0.3 gets you 340. Divide that by 64, which is about 5 1/3 stacks of endstone. Which we have, that's not a problem. It's just so slow. And there's no other way to like get the dust out. Well, you can do it with the Ender Dragon prediction. In here, we'll make Draconium dust, but I also don't know how to get the predictions, and especially not the Ender Dragon. We have the Ender Dragon head, but there's no purchasable Ender Dragon. It does say he's in the loot box, but I've never seen this random data model loot box. Wait, where did all these come from? Backpack add-ons. Oh, so you can buy random data models from the Echo of Guidance. Interesting. Why did I never notice this before? You lied to me. I don't see random thingamabobs. Oh wait, it might be in here. Random Wyvern gear, random combat relics, random RF source. Oh, it's these things, the random data models. So if we want the Ender Dragon, we gotta go gambling. There are some other stuff in here though, with broken names. I wonder what that's about. Random Project E gear, random combat gear, combat relics, Wyvern gear, lesser stuff, random RF sources. Well, I have so much money. Let's buy a couple of these. Let's buy 10. Elder Guardian, Vindicator, Wilden, Magma Cube, Iron Golem, Guardian, Twilight Goblin, Glow Squid, Iron Golem, and Skeleton. I feel like that's not random. And it's like, I don't even need this guy. Alright, let's do 10 more. Okay. It's that easy. It's that easy, folks. 90% of gamblers quit right before they hit it big. Slime, squid. I'm not condoning gambling, by the way. Don't gamble, it's a waste of time. The only gambling I do is blackjack, and that's because it's as close you can get to 50-50 as you can get at the casino. Anything else, complete chance. No skill involved. This guy should be empty, right? Yeah, he just has the extra chickens. So let's put away this stuff. And while we wait for this guy to make the Draconium, let's look at making the simulation chamber. Obsidian plate's my enemy. Where did I leave this guy and my plate cast? I need 4 obsidian. And some, oh, we're out of lava. See, I told you, we're gonna run out of lava really fast. I actually wonder how much we've produced. Let's see, 271 buckets, 139. Not bad. I think we're gonna need a lot of that later on. So it's a good thing we're making a bunch right now. Yeah, it eats through lava insanely fast, it's crazy. Okay, good enough. Fill this guy next. Molten Ender, 2 pearls. How did that get in there? Let me break this. There we go. Obsidian. Put this here. So, I've never actually used hostile neural networks before. We'll also need an elite control circuit and mending neurogel. I think I have one of these. Let's see. Elite control circuit. Mending neurogel. Perfect. Make it precise. Put the rest of these eggs in here. And then let's see if we have the rest of the Draconium. I might finish the neural network after this video. I don't know. I've never used that mod before, so it might take some time. Yeah, only 30. We're gonna be here forever. Okay, let's grab our 4 plates real quick. Why aren't you tapping? Oh, it hasn't even melted yet. Required fuel 200. It should be melting. Maybe it's just really slow? Oh, it's just really slow. Can I speed this up too? Oh, no, these go really fast. Oh, I forgot. I did this last time. You do not need to put that many blocks. Okay, let's go to the world engine. Now we need this stuff in there. Let's leave the world engine. And hook this guy up to some power. Let's go downstairs. We have a lot of storage over here and a power network, so we'll install it over here. Simulation chamber. Simulation chamber. Let's see, we'll put you right, not right here, because that's not going to expand easily. Let me grab some cables. Put you right here. Please insert a data model. There you go. Cannot begin simulation. Missing input prediction matrix. Prediction matrix. Okay, let's craft a prediction matrix. Launching runtime version 6.3.0. Iteration 0 started. Loading model from chip memory. Assessing threat level. Engaging enemy. Sequence prediction failed. Processing results. Generalized ender prediction. And then you can use that to craft stuff. But we want Draconium, which means we need the Ender Dragon prediction. And how do you get that actually? Ender Dragon prediction. Oh, it must come model accuracy, data collected. So if I speed this up, for one, the power is going to rise exponentially, so let me make sure our furnaces are all generating. They are. Batteries are all full. Alright, we're going to do what's called a pro gamer move. So now it's running the simulations even faster, and now we're getting Ender Dragon predictions. Let's go a little bit faster. Cannot begin simulation, we're out of inputs. Another stack, and clean that out. And every time you do it, so you can see his tier is going up. So the more you do it, the higher the chance of getting Ender Dragon predictions. But now that we have the Ender Dragon predictions, we need a loot fabricator, which takes about the same stuff. So let's go ahead and craft that. I don't know why I'm leaving. I have this guy right... Oh no, I have to go to the world engine. Click this, loot fabricator, this one, we need, oh, I need obsidian plates. So let's go home. And make some more plates. Loot fabricator, we need one replication chamber. Wait, what is that? Why can't I craft it? Oh, it has to be specifically purple stained glass. Okay, there we go. And then an elite control circuit. We should have one of these. Elite. Okay, now we go to the world engine. And put these inside. Now we can go back home and go into the basement. And install it right next door. Loot fabricator. Now if we put this inside and click Draconium dust, it makes Draconium dust. This is so much faster than giving it to the other guy. It also makes dragon hearts, dragon skin, dragon's breath, and dragon eggs. Okay, there we go. And now with that, we can dump this in there. And we can also use these to make other stuff as well. It's not really useful though. So I think I'm just going to trash the generalized ender predictions. We don't really need that. But now, with all of that, we can make the chronon resonator. And watch it go. All of the pieces start flying off. Everything's moving. If I had a bigger crafting CPU, it would probably go even faster because it is doing a lot of crafts really fast. But you can see some of it. For instance, if we come over here to our factory, oh, it can't even push the inputs in that fast, as you can see, because this guy smelts too quickly. Okay, so we have those to go. It's going to start pushing stuff into the world engine. It needs to make refined obsidian dust. But we should be done pretty quickly. It's guessing around like 20 seconds, but it's going to get stuck, I believe. Yeah, it's going to get stuck with the other machines. Which means I should probably upgrade the infuser. This guy, yeah, he's 10 times as fast, which is still pretty fast. But when we're trying to craft this much stuff, it's really slow. So we're going to wait for this to finish, and then we'll finally be able to find the Echo's brother. And just like that, we're done. One chronon resonator. Quest completed. Finding the ascended echoes. Speak to the wormrite. That's really it for me this time. Go meet with the ascended Echoborn and finish what we started. It opens up two things here. Meet Chaos, meet Radiance. Chronon battery, set location, the fractured void. How do I use this? How do I actually go there? The wormrite has provided you with a chronon battery infused with their powers, allowing this tool access to the void. Chronon battery. Didn't I have one of these? Oh, I think I just swapped this here. Huh. How do I do that? The wormrite has provided you with a chronon battery, slot charm, set location, the fractured void. This doesn't do anything. Why do I have a book and quill again? Where do these books and quills keep coming from? Yeah, how do I go there? Quest, meet Chaos. Do I just right click with the battery? No, that doesn't seem to be the case. How do I use this? Set location, the fractured void. Chronon battery, chronon resonator, yada yada, yeah. Tempad. How do I go to the fractured void? You didn't add something here. So how do I do this? allowing this tool to enter the fractured void. But how do I go to the fractured void? Oh, there we go. There was this here. The wormrite has proven invaluable once again, though the remnants of the fractured void remain inaccessible to the work. Your world engine can now support Tier 5 upgrades. Your immense knowledge has granted you the right to join the ranks of the Echoborn. The chronon resonator now links to the fractured void, granting access to the final Echoborn who are holding back the collapse of reality. Chaos fuels draconic power and channels boundless energy. Infinity bends creation itself to forge endless potential. Radiance peers into the subparticle realm, shaping the void through their radiance. Return to me once you've completed all Tier 5 World Engine upgrades. I still can't go to what it's talking about. Yeah, I still don't get it. How do I get there? It also said there's 3, so I guess you have to do these 2 before you get to the final one. Yeah, but how do I actually go to the place? I can't figure it out. Was I supposed to do something? Like, it says right here, set location, the fractured void. But how do I use this to teleport to the fractured void? I don't get it. Home. Do I have to like right click one of these guys? No, that doesn't do it. See, if I toss this battery, no, it still works. Chronon battery, it's a charm, Chronon generator, action pad. I have no idea how to get there. Am I dumb? What am I missing? Yeah, it says you just use the battery. Do I have to... Is there another hotkey I need to be doing? I don't get it. Let me see. Controls, keybinds. Toggle ring effect. No, I don't think that's it. I am so confused. I swear, sometimes I'm actually just so silly. I went searching, I'm googling stuff trying to figure it out. I crafted a freaking tempad from the tempad mod. A good tool to have anyway. All you have to do, shift, right click. That's it. And that's how you go to the fractured void. Looks really sick as well. It's supposed to be a black hole with the event horizon. It's really cool looking. Infinity. Oh, and then you have to walk all the way over here to actually talk to them. A living, breathing human within the void. How curious. Knowledgeable though you may be, you're not yet prepared to face that which has no end. Stack upgrade Omega. That's hilarious. That means you would literally never run out of stored space. Chaos. A human? Here? Well, that's improbable. You should have been torn apart the moment you entered the void. And yet, I detect my counterpart in this. So they found a way to reach me after all. Despite all my warnings, always so defiant, always refusing to listen to me, just because I was the younger one. Typical. Well, since you made it here, I'll have to trust my counterpart knows what they're doing. We've been holding this realm together for what feels like forever. Time doesn't flow right here. It stretches endlessly, twisting around the event horizon. Every second, the void pushes harder and harder, and every second, we push back. I don't know how much longer we can hold it, or how much of our knowledge the work will even retain when all of this eventually ends. Now listen closely. The awakened draconic core must be restored if you wish to upgrade your world engine. It was the most ingenious invention of our species, a capacitor capable of storing infinite amounts of energy. You will have to combine several hundred individual alloys into blocks before you can assemble it. Once that's done, you return to me and I'll assemble it myself. We must do whatever it takes to stop this collapse. Craft the components needed for a Tier 8 Draconic energy core. And then we come over to Radiance over here. I gotta say, they really did great work with the set piece here. Astonishing. I did not expect a human to withstand the collapse of the void. That alone confirms you were chosen. Furthermore, the draconic device in your possession tells me the work has selected you, which means your purpose aligns with ours, though your lifespan remains far more limited. My tasks will not be simple. While your world engine already channels a considerable amount of void energy, no Echo has studied the void as intimately as I have. My upgrade will allow you to fully infuse its unrestrained power into the world engine. Prolonged exposure to the void's event horizon has enabled me to replicate its properties under controlled conditions. You must first create a black hole by accelerating particles with enough force to compress neutrons into a solid state. Using these neutron piles, you can convert nuclear waste into a substance that, when supplied with an immense amount of energy, transforms it into fluid antimatter. When solidified antimatter and red matter collide under sufficient force, a miniature black hole will form. Finally, you must contain the black hole within a vessel made with an awakened draconic alloy, the only material capable of enduring such raw power. You will also need a solidified dark matter base to stabilize it within the world engine. Once you return, I will speak with the others to determine the optimal position for the integration into your world engine. Craft a void container and a dark matter block. And then he sells radiant casing, a particle accelerator speed sensor, and the efficient speed add-on. Interesting. And then what is this, the teleporter? Bright block, anti-block. Kind of looks like there's something in there, right? It'd be funny if you approached it, it would just kill. Oh wait, that kind of spooky. You can walk in it. I'm not going to walk in it. I'm kind of scared of that. So I'm going to walk away for now. But anyways, this is the final chapter of Stoneblock 4. At least I think it is. I don't think there's another chapter after this. And this episode has gone on quite long enough. But as always, I'm your host, Hamas28, and I'll see you guys next time.